And finally, Tom Wallace is back on the DCUfm airways for another year. You're obviously joined by myself, Paul, our resident DJ, Squirty McFly, our life guru, Sean David Doyle, our advice specialist, our agony uncle, Harry Sunderland, and our news reporter, Phelan Keeney Weenie. So lads, how's your summer?
Yeah, it was pretty good, it was real good. Society was bopping, as always, societal things happening in society.
Mm-hmm. Harry, how did you get on? Any people looking for any extra advice over the summer?
Plenty of people looking for advice over the summer. I've just collated all of these questions from the summer.
Yeah, well,
mainly songwriters, funny enough.
Yeah, we'll look forward to hearing them later on the show. Our news reporter, Phelan Keeney, how are you? How's your summer? Yeah. Okay.
Wasn't a summer full of news, was it, Phil?
No.
Pretty newsworthy summer, if you ask me. But I mean, yeah.
All right. And DJ Squirrel McFly, how's your summer? Did you pop any caps in people's asses, or
it was tight,
Tight.
I was chilling with my bros in the hood, popping some caps, busting a nut.
Popping caps and busting nuts. That's brilliant. Okay, so we're gonna go into our news segment now soon, hopefully.
Whenever our
Tell
news.
us about your summers.
My summer is okay, I guess. Didn't really do much.
My summers have been enjoyable.
Yeah.
All of my summers of my youth have been sunny and beautiful.
What about your first summer?
My first summer was a summer of great pain for me because
Mine
I
was
was
a summer
still,
of '69.
Well, the
Song
first summer.
lyrics.
I believe we're almost set up for the news.
Yeah.
Our local news
Just
anchor
loading up
is
the teleprompter.
exactly.
That takes time. You got to put each letter in individually.
All of our iconic segments will be returned. We'll have Harry's Helping Hand, Sean on Society, and of course the weekly wacky quiz later on coming on the show.
By the way, Tom Wallace did say he'll be in a bit. He said he just ran out late. He
Yeah.
said he had to have an extra big breakfast today. Had to
Yeah.
get the bacon off the pork himself. So he's a little bit slow. He's just
But it's
slow
a
cooking
new
that,
year. It's a new Tom. Tom's going to be in every single week.
Yeah.
as he promised.
Guaranteed.
And he's a man of his word.
I really miss him.
I do. He's his old bald head. What a lovely man.
And the golden beard.
Golden beard and the golden locks and the...
And his flipper hands.
Alright, so coming up right now we have the 6-1 news with Phelan Keeney.
Good evening. It's 1:15, and you know what that means. It's time for the 6 o'clock news. That's a different thing. I'm going to start off with the top headlines, which basically are... Mr. Chip Potato, key financial advisor for Goldman Sachs, had a violent public meltdown after the stock markets took a major dip. Thanks to Aoife for that story, sending that in. Mr. and Mrs. Volkswagen filed for divorce today after it was revealed that they had both been faking it to each other for a long time now. When asked to comment, Mr. Volkswagen said that there were no hard feelings and that it was a mutual decision. Ireland's oldest twins passed away this weekend, just one day apart from each other, at the ripe old age of 95. But it probably had something to do with the fact that they were conjoined and they shared many major organs. I overheard this on my way into the show today. I'm not quite sure of its factualness, but it sounded pretty newsworthy. And basically, it's that I think some girl named Syria got fleas, and none of her neighbors will go near her anymore. And everyone's outraged as far as but I'm not quite sure what there could be more there. I just heard that coming in. And continuing with the theme of divorce, poor Mr. and Mrs. Volkswagen. Stevie Wonder's divorce was finalized by an LA judge yesterday. Well, you know what I say, Stevie? No woman, no cry. No, I'm just kidding. Keep on being a Buffalo Soldier, Stevie. A new study carried out in Copenhagen has made the shocking find that smoking is actually harmful to the health, and it's actually not better for the old bones than a nice cup of cold milk. People around the world are shocked and outraged, and in a worldwide survey, 100% of people said that they're going to give up smoking. But I mean, that's just the headlines, and I know what we're all here for, which is my summer news. I had a lot going on this summer.
I didn't hear about Stevie Wonder. Is he all right? Did that actually happen?
Yeah, he's got divorced.
He got divorced.
Yeah.
I bet he didn't see that coming.
In good old Jamaica land.
Hey.
Anyway,
Moving on.
I don't like that kind of lowbrow humor on my new segment.
Yeah,
This
just
is
jealous because you didn't
factual,
think of
this
it.
is- We're here to
Everyone thought of it, Sean. That was the problem.
we're here to inform Sean. Okay, we have a public duty. Duty.
Duty.
No, okay. My summer, I had a real good summer, guys. I did a lot of arts and crafts. I got a dog, Mr. Popeye. Rest in peace. I started seeing a therapist, and we've been making some real progress. I think. I mean, no more tantrums. I'm having no more tantrums. I'm doing a lot of good stuff. And with me, I actually brought my therapist, Mr. Touchy McFeely.
How you doing?
Thank you for coming to the show today.
Oh, well, you're alright. You know, once friends ask me to do something, I make sure always to go out of my way to get there, because, you know, if I gotta be there, a friend wants me there, because, you know, friends are top of the list.
You always say that in our sessions, and really, I just want you to tell people about all the progress I've made, because I feel like I've come a long way.
Well,
I haven't hit a passerby in 3 months.
well,
I haven't hit on a passerby in 4 months.
Well, you know, a month's a debatable unit of time, and, you know, you did kill your dog, but, you know, well, you try to brush over that. I was listening to the news there a couple of hours ago when you were giving in your bulletins, and you said something about your dog. And,
Well, he got wet outside, and I just
Oh.
put him in the dryer with my clothes.
See, you got a little bit. You're all right, but, you know, you got to keep coming back to Mr. Touchy Feely. You know, if you don't come back, you won't get better. You know, you can think you're all better.
But you keep saying that, and I keep going, and you're taking all my money.
But do I not make you feel real good in the sessions?
No.
I thought I made you feel real nice. You know what you were saying about, like, that thing your daddy did that you liked when you were real young? And I reciprocated that sometimes. You know, if you come sit over next to me, and I'll let me...
Okay, Mr.
Just
Touchy-Feely.
off the mic a second. Let me just...
I think I'm gonna end it, but just before I do, over the summer, okay, pull yourself together, Phil.
You're all right. Yeah. So what did I tell you about breathing? Breathe.
All right,
breathe,
over the
and then
summer,
breathe out.
I took a break from all my businesses, and I finally got out of debt. I went through a lot of debt consolidation and whatever that means. And but now it's a new year. It's a new beginning of the
Just
radio show.
real quick before I
Yes,
leave.
Mr. Touchy-Feely?
You're saying about your debt. You still owe me a couple of grand.
You said we were cool if I did that thing.
Well, no, I did most of the things. When it get down to it, it's me who's doing the things, and, you know, you owe me for
All right,
doing the things.
well, listen, I'm
My time
starting a
is
new
very
business now, along with the new. It's called Sailing by Phelan. I'm gonna build a boat, and I'm gonna take whoever wants to go out in the boat, just out and wherever they want to go. I'll take them, and it'll be real cheap. The boat, it won't have holes in it. I'll make sure of it, and that's my new business. So that's how I'm gonna get the money to pay back Mr. Touchy McFeely. That's been the 6 o'clock news. I've been failing, Keenan. Goodbye.
Okay. Well, that was one of the more interesting renditions of the 6 o'clock news.
Renditions?
Editions.
Is it a show?
Versions. I don't know what word you want to use. Anyway, we're gonna go into a tune. Mr. Squirty.
Word. So, this is a little background. This tune, it's called Paradise by Coldplay. I chose this song because, you know, me and my bros, we cleaned up the streets in my hood, and now it's a goddamn paradise. Let's go.
And that was Paradise by Coldplay. Cheers for the owl suggestion there, Squirty.
Word.
Alright, right now we're going back to one of our, let's say, enlightening segments that we've had the past year with our good old life guru. I say life guru too much. I should come up with a new word. But anyway, Sean.
Well, it's what he is. It's his official job title.
Yeah. But anyway, we have Sean David Doyle and
BA in Life Guru. Anyway, I'm just going to cut through you there, Paul, because, you know, I'm so eager to get in my segment. I am Sean David Doyle, as always, and this is Sean on Society. I don't know what voice I'm going, but I'm just going to go with this for the whole segment. Anyway, so this week I will be talking about a very topical subject, something that's always in the news and something that will always be in the news because of the human condition, which is violence, and violence in society from a small scale, such as me, you know, popping Fresh and Hugh to, like, you know, some kid in Oregon shooting up 10 of his classmates. You know, but basically, so I'll start with that because, you know, I just kind of segued into that pretty fast. So over the summer, there's been a lot of violence, you know, super fun violence. And, Yeah, so
Say
you know,
that 5 times fast.
super fun. Yeah, but you're right. That's pretty hard. Anyway, so violence. Yeah, so the guy in Oregon shot 10 of his classmates and injured another 7. Just in America alone, since well, we're not American, so
Wait, so 3 of them were shot but not injured?
no, that's math. It's 10, so 17 people in total were injured. 10 of those injuries were death.
I'm sorry.
All right, so yeah, so anyway, since 2013 in America, which is not over here, but still somewhat relevant. Big country, kind of everyone's Americanized. There's been 142 shootings in schools since 2013. 2 years, 142 shootings. That's one every almost 3 days, something like that. One every 6 days. I don't know. I don't do math. I do multimedia. Haven't did math in years. Anyway. Again, it isn't that big an issue over here, but there still are, violent outbursts and stuff in Irish society. We haven't got guns, which I suppose is a good thing. Not as many people get in that type of situation.
I got a gun.
Okay, yeah, please don't. Please, could you put it away, Hugh? You don't have to wave it around in the studio like that.
You put that down.
Jesus, man, please. Just put
Relax.
it. Man, you're in a radio studio. Put the gun away. No. See, this is the issue. This is what I'm talking.
I'll pop a cap in your ass.
Okay, I'm just gonna continue my segment,
All
man.
right, deep breaths now.
All right, guys.
Remember,
sorry.
Mr.
Order,
Judge McFeely.
order.
We appreciate you on the show, DJ, but I'm just gonna be quiet and continue. Well, not be quiet. I'm just gonna move off this. I'm sorry for insulting you. Please don't shoot me. Anyway. So anyway, where was I? So anyway, there were gang attacks even last week in Dublin, where the guards were apparently monitoring these guys for like months, like 3 months. And within hours of the guards saying, all right, we're not monitoring anymore, these group of like gang members of 7 guys went up to Tipperary, broke into a family home, tied up the whole family and beat the shit out of the dad while the family was watching. Which is probably a big violent thing, but there was, I don't know, the guy didn't seem too rich. I don't know exactly what their beef was with him. I was reading up on the news. It just seemed like they wanted to go beat up a guy.
They're just waiting for the opportunity, really.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But the guys are watching them apparently because whatever.
Apparently.
Anyway, so on a more personal level, violence has been a big part of my life recently. Well, one of my on a minor level where it's not kind of as malicious violence. One of my friends over the last week, I think his name was Balin, my friend Balin.
Huh?
Yeah, no, not Balin.
Oh, that's really similar to mine.
Balin, he was telling me a story about how he was out after a night out. He burned his foot a little bit by pouring a boiling kettle of water on it after maliciously attacking his friend John with the boiling kettle of water. So he actually, out of nowhere, uncalled for, attacked his friend with a boiling kettle of water, poured it all over his foot.
I think I know Balin actually, and he was telling me that story. I don't think it was uncalled for.
This Balin character, describe him to me.
He's kind of it's
devilishly handsome, I hear.
Yeah, devilishly handsome, undecided whether he's a homosexual, and he wears check shirts. Anyway, and, then that was just a simple violence between friends. Like, why would you hurt another friend? I don't know. Why would you do that to your friend? Harm a friend?
All in the name of banter.
Yeah, I know, banter, right? Violence. And then I was in the club there, up in the club on Saturday, and one of my friends was dancing, bopping around, a little and some guy turned around and punched him right in the jaw. In the club, just punched him in the jaw.
Stop dancing.
Anyway, so then I was sitting there out in the smoking area, and I saw then the bouncer just shoving my friend out because, he got punched in the face. He's clearly the problem. I think he turned around and punched the guy back anyway. But he was being shoved out really violently. So I went over and said what happened and yada yada. He explained to me. So then end of the night, I'm sitting there talking to my friends, and the guys who punched him, this big F off 6'3", 15-stone monster of lard comes out and squares up to us, and we're there talking and stuff. And I defending my friend, said, "Hey man, can you please back off?" Maybe not as politely as that, but then out of nowhere, he just barrels through me and I end up on the ground. And then there was another issue, although it didn't result in a fight, there was a session over in the Mazzonis in the States in Shannone there recently, and I don't know, everyone's having a good time playing music out in the street, and 2 guys walk up and just because that's what people do, they start slagging us and saying la 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 la, looking for a fight. Why do people?
Was that an exact quote?
Yeah, he was like, "Hey, look at those college kids, la 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 la," and I was like, "What do 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 do?" And that's how that kind of got resolved. And but I don't see why the youth specifically, everyone's just looking for a fight amongst friends, amongst strangers. Everyone's just looking for a fight. What is the major malfunction? From small things like some guy just looking for a fight outside a pizza place to big things like some guy going and shooting up all his friends in school. What is the major malfunction in the youth of today? Why does everybody just want to fight? You think we're an advanced enough society that we wouldn't want to attack each other. Like, what's the preservation aspect in that? Like, why do you want to fight somebody? Why can't everybody just be nice? And I'm asking, gonna put this to the floor now.
Why can't
What?
we?
Yeah. What is the major malfunction?
With what exactly? With like
Maybe
Paul,
it's you.
Paul doesn't see the problem. Paul's like, fighting's fun. Like,
I know.
fight. Yeah,
Like,
it's
why-
considered I'd be alright for sport, but like,
Yeah.
why does everyone just look to like punch the next guy to them on the
I
street?
don't know. Like ever since the dawn of man, people want to fight each other. I guess. Like.
Yeah, but like, can we not keep that to like a boxing ring or whatever, where it's sport? Like, I can understand that, but like, why?
Yeah, but like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why haven't we developed as a species to like be beyond that? Like, why the hell do I want to punch Harry in the face right now?
Well, obviously, when
know?
if they're like, you were saying in the nightclub setting, alcohol involved like enhances everything. So like, I say if you punch someone, if you decided to punch someone while you're drinking, it wouldn't be the people have done stupider things. while
But
they're drinking.
why do you decide to punch somebody? I just don't get what the whole
I don't
thing
know.
is. Why we're so like violent centric? Like, it just seems strange.
Yeah. Like it'd be weird. Like it'd be weird. Like imagine just if people say if someone like bumps into your cars or like you're walking.
Bumped into my car.
Say you're driving something. Okay, that's a bad example. Say you're walking in a busy town. You brush past someone and you
Yeah, I'd punch that person.
yeah, no, like, that's what I'm saying.
But I'm
Imagine-
working through that with Dr. Touchy McFeely.
Imagine if it was normal. Instead of saying, "Oh, sorry, excuse me," you just turn around and just clock them one in the face.
But for some, I'm walking through certain parts of town, and I do that. Some people would just do that, and I don't get why that is. Like, I know it's definitely like around. I'm not going to name streets in case I insult anybody, but like,
Yeah.
if you're walking around certain areas in Dublin or certain streets, and you like brush into someone accidentally, they turn around quite aggressively. It's like, what the hell you doing? What the hell do you think
Yeah.
you're doing, man? And you're like, oh man, I'm not looking for that. I'm just walking down the street like I wasn't watching.
Well,
Then you get decked for talking like a snail.
I think violent. It was survival. It meant survival.
It was, but that's what I'm saying.
It did.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're in a certain place now where I don't think we need a fight. Anyway, I think I maybe dragged on a
Nah.
little bit too long.
Like,
That's-
if some bros come into your hood, and you're like, they're walking down your street, they're like hollering at you ladies and all that, and you're like, yo, bro, no. And they're like, yo,
bro, no.
Yo, what you want? You starting? You're gonna deck him.
Yeah, see,
You're gonna plan him.
I'm not gonna be.
Put
part
him
of
on the
I
floor.
think you're part of the problem with you and your guns and studios and stuff like that.
Don't me to put you on the floor?
I'm sorry.
I'll
I'm
put
just,
you on the floor.
I'm just trying to.
Okay,
Get my bros.
Before there's any bloodshed in the studio, I think we better cut to another song. Squirty, if you put your gun away, you can read out the next song that's coming on, please.
Gun away.
That'd be nice.
Put your gun away, that's how you get killed, yo. Alright. So, this summer, I went over, visited a few other hoods, a few of my bros, found a nice pretty lady, fell in love.
You went on GA1, right?
Word.
J1 to the hood.
And so now we're going to listen to When Love Takes Over, because, when love takes over, it's all good.
Hot topics, you say?
And we are back with the Tom Wallace Show. We're going straight into Harry's helping hand. Harry, how's your hand? Is it helping anyone?
My hands are excellent.
That's
yeah,
good.
no burns.
No burns, unlike some people's feet.
Waylon and John's feet. Yeah,
Yeah,
those poor
John's
guys.
All right, so y'all know the story. I read out questions that are sent in from our hundreds of thousands of listeners around the world, and Harry does his best answer.
You know, it's really a big deal if your question's picked because we get so many questions.
So
asked.
many.
There's millions. We have to.
So many questions.
So if you're one of the lucky few who Harry chooses, you should count your blessings.
Count your chickens.
Put that on your CV.
you should send us stuff as a thank you for reading out your questions.
Foods. Multiple foods.
Okay, I'll just read out the questions now. A Con he's asking, why am I lonely? I'm Mr. Lonely. I have nobody for my own. I'm so lonely. I'm Mr. Lonely. I have nobody for my own. I say I had that own at the end because there's a question mark, but I didn't really know. Is that a question?
It's a question. He wants to know why is he so lonely.
All right. Okay.
It's basically because he wrote a really bad song in 2003 with a squeaky voice that everyone hated. And now he's dying alone in a Caribbean sea.
I thought Akon was doing very well for himself. I thought he's like a successful businessman now and stuff.
No, that's his twin.
All right. Okay.
That's A-con.
Oh, okay. Alright, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense, actually.
It does. Yeah.
Alright, so moving on to the next question. T Beatles wants he's help, I need somebody. Help, not just anybody. Help, I need some help. Question mark. I think that's like I think he's in Mr. T Beatles is in some sort of life or death situation.
Yeah,
he's crying out for help.
Sounds pretty urgent.
It does. Unfortunately, we can't actually help him because we just have to answer the question. Really.
Yeah, we're just like.
Yeah, and he didn't really give us a question. I mean, that was
really bad.
Unwise on his part. Really.
Yeah.
And like, what are we meant to know from that?
Like in an emergency situation, you should call.
We know
the emergency
we know
services. That's why they're there.
Exactly. Yeah. Like
don't write a question into.
Yeah.
This guy.
This T.
There's a time.
Trevor. Come on, Trevor.
There's a time and a place to write a question to Tom Wallace Show, and when you're in a life or death situation, is most of the time not one of them.
But we'll still love to
Yeah.
get it. We'd love to get it, but just in terms of your own survival.
And
Like, send us all your details in, and we'll get out to you as soon as we can.
And obviously, if Mr. T Beatles survives whatever ordeal he's in, he should send us in like a muffin basket or something.
Yeah.
Just to let us know he's still going strong.
Yeah. A muffin
I don't
basket.
like muffins.
So we hope you're okay, Mr. T Beatles. Keep surviving, plowing on. I don't know.
Send in some cheese with the muffins.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, moving on. Sam Smith. Is that the singer? Smith with the Y, so I don't think it's the singer. But anyway, guess it's true. I'm not good as a one night stand, but I still need love 'cause I'm just a man. These nights never seem to go to plan. I don't want to leave. Will you hold my hand? Will you hold my hand? I think all these questions have a recurrent theme.
What's that?
They're all quite long. I've noticed.
They're all lonely people.
They're all very lonely, sad people.
What was the question at the end? Sorry.
Hold on a sec now. He doesn't want to leave. He's asking you, will you hold his hand?
No.
That's like
his hand is stanky.
it's stanky. But like that's another thing. It's like he's asking the impossible. As like he is not here. You can't.
No, I think he means
you can't.
in an emotional way.
Emotionally.
In an emotional way. Can I hold his hand emotionally?
That was kind of implied in the question.
I disagree.
Paul,
I disagree
I'm surprised you
entirely.
didn't
I
see
think
it.
he wants you to
physically hold his hand. And he was hoping that through the power of the internet, he could extend his hand, and we could hold it.
And then it will come
Well,
out. It will come out through your microphone and just like.
And I could shake it.
Shake it.
Yeah, that's what he's looking for. I think he needs some support, and I am emotionless. So I think I would be the least person that he would want to help. Oh no, the least person he would want help from.
Sam says he hope you
find somebody's hand.
Find someone's hand.
Find someone's hand.
Just not ours.
Well,
because your hand's stanky.
We'll have time for one more before we go to another song. Mr. T. Frey wants to know, where did I go wrong? I lost a friend somewhere along in the bitterness, and I would have stayed up with you all night had I known how to save a life. I think he just confessed to a murder and he said
yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well.
We've got very poetic listeners.
Very poetic, I know, yeah. He's just wondering, I think it's his dog. I think he's killed his dog. That's what I've gathered.
I've been there.
Yeah.
I've been there.
And he just wants to know, how can he save it? If you do CPR, extend the dog out lengthways, pull its head backwards, not too far, like until you hear a slight crack, but one vertebrae broken is fine. Then you press lightly on their chest 7 times. Then you blow into their mouth, but don't get near it because the breath's stanky.
Is it starky? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's one of the more personal. Well, not personal might be the right word. More emotional versions of. I say versions again. I have to like read a dictionary or something.
Thesaurus.
Yeah.
Thesaurus.
A thesaurus. Anyway, that was Harry's helping hand for another week. Thanks to Billy and Harry. And we're going into another song before the weekly wacky quiz, where we see our two teams be pit against each other for another year. Who was crowned champion last year?
I think it was a draw.
I think it was a draw.
I think it was a draw.
Well, we'll see who gets off to the better start today. Anyway, Squirty.
So y'all know I had my pretty lady this summer, but now I'm back here with all these boring ass people, and all I can think about is holding my girl. So this is Calvin Harris with the words, "You used to hold me." Peace.